What's up everyone? Merry Christmas and welcome to another strategy video. I hope Santa brought a copy of Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince to everyone who didn't already have one, because today we are going over a better, optimized strategy to get an insane amount of experience in no time. Some battles will get you upwards of 4 million experience, and you can net around 75 million experience per hour if you're lucky using this route. But first, let's go over a useful monster to have and the items that will make this all possible. To reliably defeat the Metal King Slimes, we're going to need a monster that is not only fast, but also has enough firepower to break through those metal tough defenses. For this, a liquid metal slime works well because it's pretty easy to obtain, it has a crazy high agility itself, and it gets Kaboomal from its own talent tree, which is enough to down the Metal King Slimes at level 100. Note, we do want to aim for at least 1300 agility to reliably outspeed the Metal King Slimes so that we can down them before they have a chance to flee. Next, we want to equip the monsters in our party with 3 accessories that boost the experience gained from battles. The first, the Cupcake Cane, can be obtained by clearing the dungeon in the middle echelon of the Circle of Indulgence. The second, the Trainee's Badge, is obtained by clearing the B-rank Mausoleum battles. And finally, the Trainee's Medal can be obtained by defeating the S-rank in the Mausoleum. Together, these accessories add a 0.5 multiplier onto the experience we normally receive from battle. And finally, we want to activate a bumper bonus ball to double the experience for 25 battles. And these can be obtained reliably from the Treasure Trunks DLC every several hours. The bumper bonus ball and accessories combine for a 2.5 multiplier, significantly increasing the amount of experience we receive from each battle. Next, we're going to go over the route we'll take in order to find the Metal King Slimes. First, we're going to want to teleport to Toothache Lake in the Circle of Indulgence upper echelon and check just around the corner for the first Metal King Slime. Next, we're going to teleport to the Dragon Spate in the Circle of Temper upper echelon and check in the middle of the frozen lake during winter. After that, we'll teleport to the Cubic Quarry and jump down the rocks to find our first Metal King Slime, and then continue northeast until we find another Metal King Slime isolated on an isle. After that, we're going to teleport to the Hopeful Haven in the upper echelon of the Circle of Conquest and head north along the west path and look for 2 Metal King Slimes along the way. The last section is a little bit controversial because it does take a while and it can only be done in winter, but if you teleport to Amon Sanctum in the upper echelon of the Circle of Caprice, you can follow this path to find a few Metal King Slimes that are easy to push away from other enemies and will likely result in more Metal King Slimes per battle and more experience for that battle, but it will come at the cost of time because you will have to follow this longer path. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and save our game and note the time. We have 0 minutes, that's easy. And let's go ahead and look at our accessories, make sure we have everything on. Go ahead and equip the Trainee's Badge. And let us begin our route after another hard save, because that's how I roll. I'm going to increase the speed of the battles during this sequence, but I will give a few tips along the way of things to note as we go through these routes, because some of the Metal King Slimes are more likely to appear without enemies if you push them out of the way, while others, no matter what you do, are usually going to pick up the enemies in the surrounding area since they don't have a lot of room to run like this one. Now this Metal King Slime here, we're going to try to push out of the way, but as you'll see, we're not very efficient at doing it, and another enemy is going to encounter us while we are trying to do that. So we are just going to go ahead and try to flee a couple of times. Sometimes you got to try a couple of times. I don't want to waste my bonus ball effects by defeating these snowbirds, so we're just going to wait it out, flee again, and as we can see, if we run away far enough, the Metal King Slime will respawn in the same position. That wasn't quite far enough. Let's go a little bit farther. Turn around, encounter him. And this is a great spot that I personally like because usually we won't encounter another enemy. And this Metal King Slime is easy to push very far away from other enemies, resulting in a battle like this where we see 3 Metal King Slimes, no other enemies. And upon defeating them, we can get that crazy amount of experience, over 3.5 million, upwards of 4 million, depending on the size and the number. After that, we are going to put down a hard save because that is a lot of experience, and now our Robin Hood is at level 100. Let's go ahead and change up the party so that our Uber Killing Mock is in our party so it gets the full amount of experience. After doing that, we have to switch up our accessories. Although I don't think you actually have to have the accessories on your party. I think they can be on anyone, even in your reserves. But we're going to go ahead and put it on our Uber Killing Mock in our party. And then I do want to take us to a Mons Sanctum in the upper echelon of the Circle of Caprice so we can run that route, since we didn't need to for Robin Hood, but we do need a little more experience for the Uber Killing Mock we're looking to synthesize. And I just want to show the battles that can appear here. So let's take a look. Now, unfortunately, we did not see the Metal King Slime we were looking for there, but I am overlaying a video clip where we did find one there. And I like this spot because, again, you can push the Metal King Slime corner pretty easily, which results in a greater likelihood that you will encounter more Metal King Slimes in that one battle. Again, we weren't lucky with that spot this time, so we're going to teleport away, but in the overlaid video clip, I'm going to show you that we can indeed find a Metal King Slime that, while it doesn't appear to be moving, is far enough away from the enemies to increase that likelihood of having more Metal King Slimes in the battle versus other random enemies joining in. Finally, for completeness, I do want to show you the Metal King Slime in this location because he is also easy to push away up onto that ridge, again resulting in more Metal King Slimes, fewer enemies that are not Metal King Slimes, resulting in more experience and faster leveling rates. So that's it. That's my new preferred method for farming experience in Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. Let me know what monsters you like to use to down the Metal King Slimes, as well as any other spots or routes you like to use to hunt them down in the comments below. Happy monster wrangling, and have a happy new year, everyone.